Hello, in this video we will be talking about ratios and proportions. A ratio is a comparison of two numbers by division. You've probably seen this before where a ratio is expressed like this, or this, or this. Either one works, but for us the easiest way to do it will be this one right here. So some examples of ratios could be this, or using this method here. As you can see, this ratio right here is not simplified, and you can simplify it further to which then would be written as this. So you've probably worked with ratios before, so this is probably just a review from earlier, like maybe middle school or something. What we'll be introducing today is the idea of a proportion. A proportion is an equation that's stating that two ratios are equal. So such an equation would be something like this. Let me just erase some of this stuff here. Such an equation would be something like this. 1/2 equals 1/2. Because these 1/2 is a ratio of 1 to 2. And it's equal to the ratio of 1 to 2. However, they won't give it you like this. They might give it to you like 1/2 equals 2/4. 2/4 simplifies to 1/2. So 1/2 does equal 1/2, therefore this is a proportion. Note that you have to make sure that two ratios are equivalent before you can write them as a proportion. Whoops. So we have some examples down here. There are two methods to do this. One of them is reducing each ratio until they're equal or not equal, or multiplying one of the ratios by multiplying the numerator and the denominator such that it will equal the other ratio. But then again, that might not work either, and if both methods don't work, that means it is not a proportion. The ratios are not equal. So let's try this first example here. 2/3 is reduced. So let's try the method reducing first. 2/3 is reduced. 16/24 is not reduced. Let's reduce 16/24. Well, first, you can divide 16 by 2 to get 8, and 24 by 2 to get 12. This then can be divided by 4 to get 2/3. Divide by 4, divide by 4. That's what gets to 2/3. So this is saying 2/3 and 2/3. 2/3 does equal 2/3, so you can write it like a proportion, and it is in fact a proportion. That's how you check. The other method would be multiplying this, so that would equal this. Is there anything that you can multiply, like for this example, is there anything that you can multiply the 5 to get 10? Well, you can multiply it by 2, but you'd have to multiply both by 2. So this would end up being 6/10 and 4/10. 6/10 does not equal 4/10, therefore this is not a proportion. For this last example, it seems like the easiest way to do this would be to reduce. So let's reduce 49/56. So 7/8, and 4 plus 9 is 13, and 6 plus 5 is 11. So this is not divisible. 49 is not divisible by 3 by adding the two numbers together, checking. And 56 is not either. So what are these numbers divisible by? I'm going to pause the video and allow you to figure out whether these two ratios equal each other. And if they do, then they are a proportion. All right. Hopefully you saw that 49 and 56 are both divisible by 7. 49 divided by 7 is 7. 56 divided by 7 is 8. So this reduces to 7/8. And bring down the 7/8 from this side. 7/8 does equal 7/8, so this is a proportion. So really the basic idea is you're trying to figure out whether this fraction is equal to this fraction, whether these two fractions are equal. If they are, then one is proportional to the other one. And then the fancy way of saying fraction is ratio. So you're really finding out whether this ratio is equal to that ratio.